Okay. So today we're going to work on ordered pairs. Ordered pairs are names for what? An ordered pair is a name for a point. It is a name for a point on a coordinate grid. Okay. Before we get started and I start explaining to you how to find ordered pairs and write them and do all these wonderful things with coordinate grids, we're going to get warmed up a little bit. So everybody should have their whiteboards and markers out on their table. I want you to complete the pattern and identify what the pattern is. You need to write the next 3 terms in each sequence. Begin. All right. So we look at number 1. How can you go from 9 to 11? Add 2. Is there any other way?
No.
No, there is not. So that means our entire pattern should be 9 plus 2 is 11. 11 plus 2 is 13. 13 plus 2 is 15. 15 plus 2 is 17. 17 plus 2 is 19 plus 2 is
21.
There we go. Next one. We come down here. How do you go from 5 to 15?
Add 10.
Add 10.
Or multiply by 10. Multiply by 10.
So if we add 10, let's see. 5 plus 10 is 15. 15 plus 10 is 25. 15 plus 10 is 25. Is that 45?
No.
No, so this does. So somebody else said I can multiply by 3. 5 times 3 is 15 times 3 is 45 times 3 is 135. 135 times 3 is
105.
It's 405. 405 times 3 is 1,215. 1,215 times 3 is
3,645.
It's 3,645. 3 times 5 is 15. So the 1 comes over the 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4, which gives us that number. Okay?
I have a question.
What?
We're doing today?
Okay. Now, our coordinates. Sometimes our coordinates will be based off of tables. So it's important that we get a little use of tables. So we're going to get some table action with our next warm-up problem. The table shows how much Erica saves each week for several weeks. So how many weeks is it showing what Erica saves? Here's Erica. How many weeks is it showing what she saves?
5.
5 weeks. Then it says Jasmine saves twice as much as Erica. How much does Jasmine save compared to Erica? How much does Jasmine save compared to Erica? Gibby? So, kids in the back of the room that are shouting out numbers. It's not a number. How much more does Jasmine save than Erica? 2 times as much, twice as much. So now we're going to write the sequence of amount that Jasmine saves each week. So I will help you with number 1. In week 1, Erica saved $8. So in week 1, Jasmine saved how much? 16. Because she saves twice as much, so it's times 2. 8 times 2 is 16. Okay? I want you to finish filling in the table on your whiteboard. Okay. So in week 1, she saved 18. In week 2, she saves. In week 2, she saves 20. In week 3, she saves 24. Week 4, she saves. And in week 5, she saves 32. Good. So we're showing relationships. All right. Now here we go. This right here is a coordinate grid or a coordinate plane, depending on who you talk to and what they say. Okay? We need to talk about the parts of it. The parts are important. This line down here. What is that line called? What's that line called?
The X line.
The X, not line.
The X point.
It's been a little while, but you guys have done this in 4th grade. This is the X.
Bingo. Yes. Oh.
That's the X-axis. Yes, you did. I taught 4th grade for a long time. I know you did in 4th grade. The next line that we're going to look at is the what? The Y-axis. Now, the way ordered pairs are written, there's parentheses, and then there's 2 numbers. These numbers represent points on the X and Y axis. The point that they represent on the coordinate grid is where the points on the X and Y axis intersect. Okay? So, just like the alphabet, which letter comes first? We're only not out of the 2 letters that we have, sillies. Okay. Shh. Evidently, you guys learned the alphabet different than I did. So, let's see real quick. A,
B, C, D, E, F,
G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Which letter came first? X. Is that you, Lucas? Who just shouted Y again? Stop trying to confuse people. Which letter came first in the alphabet? X did. So when we look at our ordered pairs, the X goes before the Y. So my 2 is the X. Okay? All we do is, all of your ordered pairs are thought of this way, but there's numbers. So in this case, the 2 is the X, and the 3 is the Y. So I go to my X-axis. here's my x-axis, and I count how many? How many am I going to count?
Oh,
2. 1, 2. So the way that I usually do this is I'll draw a line. Write down 2. Okay? Then I go to my y-axis, and how many am I going to count up? 1, 2, 3. Same thing. Then I'm going to draw a line. Where the 2 intersects, that's my points. This is the points. Okay? The only other thing that we have to discuss is there is only one number that only appears once on a coordinate grid. Which number is that? 0. This has a special name for it.
It's the origin.
Somebody was looking at their book. Good job, Miss Gonzalez. This is called the origin. Okay? The origin. All right. Now we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to locate, draw, and label each ordered pair. I am going to do number 1. After I do number 1, I will have some other people come up and fill in the rest of them. Okay? So I'm going to do point A. What is the x coordinate in my ordered pair for point A?
Number 1.
It's 6. So that means I have to start from my origin and I have to count over 6. Okay? What is the y coordinate in my ordered pair? 7. Which means I start from my origin and I count up 7. Now, I'm going to draw a line from there and a line from there. Where they intersect is my point, and that is A. Now, I don't need those lines. I just drew them so I can see. So I will erase them because I don't want you guys to get confused. Okay? There we go. Now, all right, so there are the points. We've graphed them all. I will tell you that most of tonight's homework is going to be either graphing points or naming the points that are already been graphed. So it's you guys have pretty much done it all already. Here we go. So now we're going to discuss what we see on the coordinate plane. So we're going to start with our first one, the car. We want to locate where the car is. What that means is we're going to find the coordinate pair of x and y that represents the car. So, what point on the x-axis does the car lie on? 2. If we go straight down from the car, we will find that this car is located on 2. So that's our x. Then our y, if we go straight to the left, we will see that the car is located at what point on the y-axis? 6. So 2, 6 is the car. Okay? After the car, we can go to the barn. We're going to do the barn. Barn. And the barn is located at which point on the x-axis? 3. So if I go straight down, you can see that there is a 3 there. Then what point on the y-axis? 3. Because if I go straight to the left, that is where the 3 is. So the barn is at 3, 3. On your whiteboards, I want you to locate and write down the coordinate pair that tells me where the school is and where the field is. It's on the board. You can work off of here. All right. So we have to go x coordinate first. So we're going to find the field. X coordinate is straight down for the field. It's 5. Then we go to the left. It's 1. School, straight down. It's 6. Then we go to the left. It's 6. So there you go. All right. Get ready to start our examples. Maybe get a little bit of time to do some homework. An ordered pair. We're going to name the ordered pair for the location of Amy's house. An ordered pair is a pair of numbers that is used to name a point. What's an ordered pair used to name? A point. The first number is the x-coordinate and corresponds to the number on the x-axis. Lucas, tell me, what's the first number?
3.
What is it called?
The x-coordinate.
The x-coordinate. And Gerby, where is the x-coordinate located? On the what? The name of the x-coordinate in this particular ordered pair is 3, but that is not where it is located. On the x-axis. All right. The second number is the y-coordinate and corresponds to the number on the y-axis. Now, where the point is located are where those two axes intercross. So where the x and y where they cross each other at those points. So in this case, Amy's house, and they have it written down for us right now. I'm going to highlight it. So they have 3 and 5, right? So 3 is our x, so here's 3. Then 5 is our y, so here's 5. Where they intersect, which is here, is where Amy's house is. Okay? So where those two numbers intersect is the location of the point. So we're going to start at the origin. The origin, the coordinate pair that represents the origin is what? We talked about where the origin is. What is the origin?
0.
0. On which axis? Both. So that means our coordinate for the origin is 0, 0. We're going to move right around the x-axis until you're under Amy's house. The x-coordinate for that pair is what?
3.
It is 3. Now you're going to move up until you reach Amy's house. The y-coordinate is 5. So Amy's house is located at the ordered pair 3, 5. Okay. Example number 2. We're going to name the point for the ordered pair 2, 3. So the ordered pair 2, 3. So now we're going to find 2, 3, and we're going to say that point's name is, just like we did with the cars, the barn, and the school, and the field. Okay? So we're going to start at the origin. The origin, what's the ordered pair for the origin? Somebody tell me what the ordered pair for the origin is.
0,
0, 0, 0, 0. You're going to move right along the x-axis until you reach the what number?
2.
2, which is right, which is the first number in our ordered pair. Now you're going to move up until you reach what?
3.
3, which is the second number in our ordered pair, which is the y coordinate. Now, that's what's there. So point what is named by the ordered pair 2, 3?
D.
D. So far, so good? All right. We're going to locate and name the ordered pair for point A. So, first of all, we have to find point A. So I come over here and I circle A. There's A. Now that I've found A, I need to find the x-axis. So which direction, if I start from point A, which direction do I move to find the x? I'm at point A. Which direction do I go to find x? Not to the right. Down. So where am I end up at? 2. So the x coordinate of the ordered pair is 2. Now I'm going to go back to A. I'm back to A. Which direction do I need to go to find the y-axis?
Left.
I'm at the point right now. I am not.
Left.
I'm going left. And which number do I run into when I go left? 1. So the x-axis, or the y-coordinate, excuse me, is 1. Now, according to the alphabet, which letter comes first? X, which is my 2. So 2, 1. Okay. Now, we're going to locate and name the point at 4, 3. So we need to start, where do we start? Where do we start to locate and name? Where do we start, Ms. Gonzalez? We start at the origin, which is the 0. Okay, now we're going to go x first. So which direction am I going to move from our origin to find the x coordinate?
Right.
I'm going to move to the right. And what number am I going to stop at?
4.
4. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I have to find the y coordinate. Which direction do I need to move to find the y coordinate?
3.
Which direction?
Up.
Up. I have to move up to find the y coordinate. And in this case, the y coordinate is what?
3.
3. So I need to move up how many places?
3.
So I start from my 0, 4, and I move up 1, 2, 3 places. And that is the point that I was looking for. So over here, we move 4 units to the right. We moved up 3 units, and we found the point
B.
B. This is what you were doing for your homework or your classwork tonight. I know some of you did not have your Unit 1 book because our Volume 1, excuse me, for your math book. This is all going to be online. So if you need to get your Volume 1 at home and look at this and fill it out, that's fine. If by chance, and I know that 1 or 2 of you have done this after you were told not to, you discarded or thrown away, lost, or otherwise destroyed Volume 1. It is your responsibility with lined paper to copy all of the questions off of our YouTube video as I go through them. You can see your first 6 questions respond to the coordinate grid that is up in the top right hand corner of your paper right now. Exercises 3 through 8. Exercises 9 through 10 apply to this coordinate grid. Is that the same? It's the same one. The same coordinate grid. Excuse me. 15, 16, and 17 require the use of another coordinate grid. They want you to know what is located at point 73 or at the ordered pair 7-3. They want to know write the ordered pair for the sandbox, and they want you to suppose the x coordinate of the water fountain was moved to the right 1 unit. And then tell us what the new ordered pair of the water fountain would be. So everybody hold up your right hand. Congrats, only 3 of you held up the wrong hand for a split second and then changed it. So everybody knows which direction right is. Good. That's what I was worried about with that problem. 18 through 20 are using the same coordinate grid. The y-axis, the y-coordinate of the slide was moved up to, what would it be? What would the ordered pair of the slide be? Okay, y-axis up to. All right, hopefully you guys know the difference between up and down. Cam identified a point that was 4 units above the origin and 8 units to the right of the origin. What is the ordered pair? You can figure that one out. Suppose point 65 was moved 3 units to the left and moved 2 units. Oh, that's going to get complicated. So you might want to take the time, draw it out, move over units, move down units, okay? For example, let's say I started at the slide. Who can tell me what my ordered pair for the slide is?
3-3.
It's 3-3. So if I move 1 unit to the right and 1 unit up, the slide is now at what point? 4 what? 4, 4. Okay? So that's what they're talking about when they're saying move units. 1 to the right, 1 to the left, and all that good stuff. Okay? That is not one of your homework questions. I just thought I'd give you an example. 21 and 22. You need to use your own brain and come up with the answers. All right. So, with that being said, if you run into problems and you need help because you can't figure out the answers, you can try to work backwards. Where can you find the answers?
On YouTube.
On our YouTube video. They will be at the end of the lesson, which I am doing currently, right this second. If by chance you are one of the people that uses the answers in order to help you figure out your homework, what do you need to make sure that you do? You need to show me some work. Because if you didn't show me some work, I'm going to assume you didn't do any of it.